Hey Super Nerd friends, this is Becky, and I'm wearing headphones on this Tuesday of Tuesdays. It's a relatively busy Tuesday. And the last couple of takes I've done on this, I was saying that I had nothing to say, but since those have gotten longer and longer, I've learned I do have stuff to say, so I'm just gonna say it and not bother saying that I don't have stuff to say, because it's a lie. I talked with Alexis at the Piala Fair, but it was really great, and great carameled apple with like real caramel. It was hard and it stuck in your teeth, and a cold Granny Smith. It was beautiful. It's wonderful. Yeah, and I went on rides with my mom, and she loved them, even though she pretended to be scared. And then we went on the Ferris wheel, and it went backwards for a minute, which was weird, because, you know, Ferris wheels go in one direction, and then we were, like, near the bottom, you know, where you get on, and it was going backwards, and, like, the people were, like, like, staring up at it. We're like, uh-oh. But then we started going forwards again, and we stopped at the top, and we were swinging a lot at the top, and Mom was like, Becky, don't do that. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not. I think it was like a new person controlling the thingy thing. They weren't very good at stopping. Like, the stops were kind of jerky, so that got us swinging, and some of them were like, and yeah, so. But that was great. And then I tried to go in the kamikaze. Gross story. I was so excited for the one where you swing, and then, almost, and then you go around. Yeah, like really slow at the top. So excited for that. But the person in front of us, they were getting off the ride, and this girl, she just couldn't make it off the ride, and so she was sick on the ride, and it kind of went off the side, but they hosed it down, and then ran the ride to dry it off, so it starts swinging, and the water is all cascading, and all these people get over, like, oh, but it was them, right, because we're on the side, so we're safe, and they're like, oh, gross, and but we're laughing at them because it's not us, and then it goes all the way up, and then it's kind of windy, and then it kind of blows at us, and then we get kind of sprayed, and we, like, so we left after I'd already spent the ticket on that ride. That was my last. Oh, I was so excited. So that's on my bucket list. I will do that next year, or whenever I go somewhere, I will beeline for that ride. I'm doing it. So excited. Yeah, we talked with these people, like we were eating dinner and it was really crowded, and so these people were sitting across from us, and so we talked to them, and they were really great. Like, it was wonderful. So, I don't know, that just doesn't happen very often. Like, there was one time I was in Subway and this guy from New York, I probably said this in a vlog, but he just talked with us. I love it when you can just talk with strangers. You're like, I'm never gonna see you again, but you're great, and bye, and yeah, it's wonderful. So, I guess, I like talking to strangers when there's no expectations for ever seeing them again. Well, okay, at QFC, I am going to see them. Orientation was great. It was a little bit long, but I got out early, and then I just hung around Bellevue, talked to Alexis for half an hour and walked around Bellevue Square. Yeah, and then I played Left 4 Dead with you guys. So that started out great. The lagging was my computer, so sad that I was kicked off. And I killed Francis. I feel bad for killing Francis with my internet's ineptitude. But next Friday? This Friday? Next time I will be up. So yeah, I'm totally for Sunday things. Zombie Sundays. And Alexis, your zombie prom, that is so exciting. And totally, plan away. Planning is good. Yeah, man, you'll have to send pictures or keep us up to date on that, so yeah. Yeah, so today, I got to class an hour early, went to, Red Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, just, you know, while waiting, and then we talked about density in class today, which just mass per volume. And for some reason, we spent forever talking about Archimedes and this one little simple thing where, you know, this king, I mean, it's really cool. The story is cool, if it's true, which is probably not. But the king was like, hey, is this crown made of gold? How do I tell? And you know the density of gold, right? I mean, they would know that. Or at least you can find the density by taking a piece of gold that you know is gold and finding its mass and measuring its volume. Not hard, guys. So, but anyway, how do you find the volume of a crown? So Archimedes takes a bath, and he's like, oh, the water gets higher when you get in the tub. Whoa, that's cool. So you put the crown in the water goes up, and that's the amount of displacement is volume. So, yeah, so then it would be really easy to find the volume of find out if the crown is gold, because you measure the mass, measure the volume, figure out the density of the crown. If it's not the density of gold, you've got a problem. So the problem, like, she was like, okay, so what if you have this crown made of silver and this crown made of gold, and what if they weigh the same? What does that say about them? Well, the density of gold is twice the density of silver, so it means that the silver crown is twice as big as the gold crown. We went over that problem. What? I was so confused. Like, what are we even doing? How are these people thinking about this? What is there to think about? Gosh. And we made analogies for it. That's like the simplest. We made analogies for it. They're like, oh, it's like a sumo wrestler getting in a tub with this other more dense thing getting in a tub. And the sumo wrestler has a bigger volume than the smaller, more dense thing. Yes, because that's how it works. Anyway, this is going to be a wonderful class. I'm not even going to get into mastering chemistry. I did like hours of mastering chemistry today, and it sucked. I did talk with Alexis, though. That did not suck. But the mastering chemistry. And Alexis, my mom was not calling to tell me to get off the phone with you. Her phone called me randomly twice without her consent. So that was just a fluke, I guess. Unless she was lying, but no. Yeah, so then we went to Beth's house and took apart Anya's bed and put it back together in my room. I took it apart, but I did not put it back together. My mom and dad did that because they took me to handbell choir, and I did handbell choir. We did 2 new pieces, and I won the bass for one of them, doing malleting on a West Indies piece, sort of. It's kind of more Caribbean. It sounds like a steel drum. It's like very laid back and coolio. It's really awesome. So, you know, I've got the bass melody, the bass counter melody, the bass rhythm. It's that, you know, the bass thing the tuba plays. Whatever. It's great. Yeah, so that's really, I love handbell choir. I'm gonna miss it next week though, because my work I didn't tell them. They just made a schedule for me. 28.5 hours, that's great though. But my mom thinks, no, 28.5 hours is too much. And really, you know, QFC, because you gotta tell them that that's too much, and working till midnight, it's gonna be hard for you to get back. And so, but anyway, my sister's selling the car that she has. So maybe we'll buy that car. My parents thought, oh, Becky could use a car. So now they're gonna like really push the driver's license thing, which I guess is good because they'll need that. But you know, I was just embracing me being green and riding a bike and being energy efficient, taking the bus. Awesome. And now they're like, car, and whatever. I mean, a car has a certain level of independence. It's a lot more convenient. But I wish we could move away from needing cars. Especially in Seattle. Just vote for the public transportation, guys. Come on. I should vote. Anyway. Yeah, so gonna do some driving tomorrow. Need to work on riding the bike. I'm gonna take care of Boomer this weekend, so yeah, I'm gonna be up there. Hopefully we'll finish moving in tomorrow. Engineering graphics is tomorrow. That's my only class tomorrow. That's gonna be a really intense class, I feel. Like, it's math art, basically. So, like, very precise measuring, draw an octagon and then draw a circle and measured everything, and I like being precise, but that's gonna take some time. Serious time. Like the guy next to me in my lab, I think he has a full-time job, and he's taken 2 classes. Man, so I mean, I'd like to be involved with stuff, but I don't know how I'm gonna manage my time. So I guess that's just gonna be really important. Planning things out and stuff. Gosh, I got some cool earrings at the fair. Back to the fair. Look, aren't they pretty? They don't match, that's why I got them. Because they don't match. I like earrings that don't match. I guess that's it. Haley, you should read Perks of Being a Wallflower, because I'm reading too many books right now. So, we should finish that. Yeah. And then we can move on, and I think we should read the books that Haley suggests, and just because you read books, Haley, we don't want to exclude you from the experience. Yeah, I hung out with my roommates. That was cool. That was on Monday, and so I got to know them a bit better. I got an iced tea at the Palette Fair with lemon. It was the first time I'd had that. That's all my dad drinks. And so now my parents, like, one more thing, they're like, you know, don't do stuff just because your dad does it. We want Becky to do what Becky wants to do. Because I played trumpet, my dad played trumpet, and I'm going to be an engineer, and my dad's an engineer. And I like iced tea with lemon, and that's all my dad drinks. So, but no, I wouldn't do that. I do those things because I like them and I'm interested in them. So, although trumpet was just because I thought it was going to be easy because it only had 3 buttons. But, yeah, so we were at Starbucks, me and my new roommates, and there was this guy in a big black truck, and he got out, and he was holding this big orange fluffy thing. And we're like, okay, that's alright, he can bring a really fluffy Pomeranian to Starbucks? Sure, but then he goes to sit on the leather couch. But we were sitting outside, and they had, like, leather couches and a fireplace going and stuff. And he set this thing on the couch, and I looked around. It was a Persian cat. It was a cat with a flat face and orange and fluffy. Like, whoa, a cat in a pub at Starbucks. Not on a leash or anything, just, you know, chilling there. And then he left after, like, an hour, and his cat was sitting on his lap as he's driving, with its head looking out the window. When do you see it? Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. God, hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, so we will totally have to play Left 4 Dead when I get better internet on Friday. But yeah, totally a Sunday thing would be really good for me. Yeah, there's, I guess I'm gonna go watch Saturday's episode of Doctor Who now, because I'm not caught up on Doctor Who podcasts. I'm gonna move tomorrow. Hopefully I'm gonna finish moving tomorrow, but I don't have anything packed. So I need to, like, get on that. Pronto. Anyway, okay, guys, I will, talk to you guys later. Have really good Tuesdays, and, yeah, I should call one of you guys so that, well, because I talked to you, but Haley, I only talked to you for a couple minutes, yesterday. Yeah, so, alright, guys, I will, yeah, okay, bye!